Hi Year 10. I thought I would run a couple of these explanations in case you can't make the Zoom session, just to explain the speeches and how the spoken language element works. So essentially just gives you a bit of an overview of what's required, but it has dual purpose really because speeches is also part of the English language paper 2, section B, where they could ask you to do write a speech essentially. So the skills work in two capacities for English language. But the pictures that I've put on there are quite important. They're the criteria essentially. So if I run through these one at a time so that I can explain them to you. So these are the things you need to make sure you're including as a bare minimum. So number one is be audible. So you need to be heard. Now, depending on how we do this, you need to make sure that there's no other sounds around you when you're presenting, and that you've practiced it. And essentially, if you stood at one end of the room and someone else stood at the other, they could hit you. Number two, you can see from the faces there, that's about your ideas and feelings. So there's lots of faces there, which means you need to express lots of different ideas. You need lots of examples. So, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you need to express how you feel about those things. So your opinions do play into this. It's a personal speech, so you want to make sure you get that in. Number 3, as much as possible, you want to use standard English. So I have a bad habit of using like quite a lot, or okay. It's okay to say and that's not a problem, but you want to make sure that you are speaking formally as much as possible. Number 4, you can see there from the organising of the little stick man that's about planning and organisation. So think about what comes first, what comes second. I'm going to teach you a way to do it using ethos, pathos and logos, but your order of ideas need to flow into each other, so one after another, clear beginning, middle and end. Number 5, you can see from the butterfly that's standing out there that the best speeches are the ones that are unique. So picking something that nobody else is going to talk about, or picking something everyone talks about and having a completely different opinion, and having different ideas to present is good. Number 6 is the big picture. So this one is thinking about why others care, expanding on it. So I always think of it like the ripple effect. So what effect does your topic have on yourself? Then your family and your friends, then your communities. So that might be like the school that you're at or the local area that you're in. Then the area of your country. Then how does it affect people in your country? Then how does it affect people around the world? So you're trying to think about the impact of what you're talking about on lots of different people. It shows a wider awareness and gets you better marks. Number 7 is about statistics. So choose something you know about or that you're definitely going to do your research on. Make sure you've got facts, statistics, things that are going to shock, surprise, things that you can ask your audience about. And that does lead me on to number 8, which is about your audience. So think about who your audience is, make it relatable, think about the topics you're talking about, what are they going to be interested in? So if you are talking to teenagers, for example, as a teenager yourself what teenagers are aware of, what they want to focus on, what they know about. You can make things connect and link. Okay, I hope that bit makes sense. The next video will explain the criteria.